Have you ever wondered if staying intimate after 55 still makes a difference in your health, your self-esteem, and even your happiness? Does desire really fade, or have we simply been taught to feel ashamed of it? Today we're busting myths and sharing truths that many people are too shy to talk about, and they just might change your life. If you've noticed that time has changed your body, your relationship, or your desire for connection, know this: it's completely normal. But ignoring this part of your life can cost you more than you realize: your vitality, your joy, and your confidence. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, because this information could be a game changer for how you experience this next chapter of your life. Stick with me until the end, because not only will I show you why intimacy is still essential for your health, I'll also share practical tips to help you rebuild your self-confidence and rediscover the joy of living without guilt, without shame, and with a whole lot more self-love. As the years pass, it's completely normal for your body to change. Hormones decrease, metabolism slows down, and your energy might not feel the same. For many, desire evolves too, not necessarily disappearing but shifting into something deeper, more about affection, touch, and emotional connection. These changes, while natural, can often spark doubts and insecurities. It's normal to wonder, is it still okay to feel desire? Or, can I still enjoy an active, intimate life without feeling embarrassed? The answer is a resounding yes. Research shows that more than 60% of people over 55 still have a strong desire for intimacy. But many stay silent, out of shame, fear of judgment, or simply not knowing who to talk to. And that silence, it can slowly create emotional walls that distance you from intimacy, both with your partner and with yourself. Here's what you need to know: the value of intimacy doesn't decrease with age. What changes is how we experience it, with greater awareness, deeper emotional connection, and often a richer sense of meaning. Understanding these changes is the first step toward breaking down the invisible barriers that keep so many mature adults from living this beautiful phase of life to the fullest. And to support you even more, in the next part, we're going to break down, one by one, the biggest myths surrounding intimacy and sexuality in later life. For far too long, society has spread damaging, and sometimes downright cruel, ideas about sexuality in our senior years. These beliefs have been passed down from generation to generation, treated like unshakable truths, creating shame, insecurity, and keeping many older adults from living fuller, happier lives. Today we're going to bust the 3 biggest myths that quietly sabotage the confidence and emotional health of people over 55. Myth number 1. If desire fades, it means it's over. Many people believe that when desire naturally shifts with age, it's a sign that intimacy should come to an end. But the truth is, desire doesn't disappear. It evolves. Sometimes it just takes a little more time, more affection, or more intentional stimulation. But the spark is still very much alive. This change is actually a beautiful opportunity, a chance to rediscover intimacy with more mindfulness, more emotional depth, and even greater connection. When we're young, intimacy can often be impulsive. As we mature, real pleasure often comes from emotional closeness, full presence, and intentional touch, and that can be just as powerful, if not more so, than the fiery passion of youth. So if your desire has changed, don't see it as an ending. See it as an invitation to experience pleasure in a whole new, meaningful way. Myth number 2. Sex after 60 is risky or inappropriate. This old belief still weighs heavily on many couples. Some people think that staying sexually active after 60 or 70 is either dangerous for your health or somehow unseemly. But medical research tells a very different story. Maintaining an active, satisfying sex life can actually lower the risk of heart disease, boost your immune system, balance your hormones, and even extend your life expectancy. Of course, it's important to honor your body's limits. Sometimes it means adapting positions, adjusting the pace, or getting medical advice tailored to your needs. But adapting isn't giving up. It's smart, thoughtful, and safe. And remember, intimacy isn't just about the act itself. True pleasure can be found in a long, loving embrace, a tender touch, or even a deep, knowing glance shared with someone you trust. Intimacy doesn't demand urgency. It demands presence. Myth number 3. Intimacy doesn't matter anymore in old age. This might just be the saddest and most damaging myth of all. The idea that intimacy somehow becomes irrelevant after a certain age is not only limiting, it's unfair. The truth is, our need for connection, touch, affection, and the expression of love stays with us for life. To deny that need is to deny a core part of what makes us human. Studies show that older adults who maintain some form of intimate connection, whether through sex, affection, touch, or loving gestures, experience lower rates of depression, higher self-esteem, greater physical vitality, and a more positive outlook on life. Intimacy isn't just pleasurable, it's healing. It strengthens the heart, the body, and the mind. It reignites the feeling of belonging, of being seen, of being loved, something we all need no matter our age. Breaking down these myths isn't just about making space for pleasure. It's about opening the door to a healthier, happier, and more authentic life. When we let go of outdated beliefs, we step into a new chapter, one filled with self-discovery, self-love, and deeper connection with ourselves and those we care about. And now that you understand how valuable mature intimacy really is, it's time to dive into the many benefits it can bring to your body, mind, and overall happiness. That's exactly what we'll be exploring next. When we talk about maintaining intimacy after 55, we're not just talking about moments of pleasure. We're talking about physical health, emotional balance, and above all, a richer, fuller quality of life. Physically, the benefits are powerful. Intimate activity, whether through sexual connection or other forms of affection, triggers the release of hormones like oxytocin and endorphins, often called the happiness hormones. These natural chemicals help reduce stress, boost your mood, and even strengthen your immune system, making your body more resilient against illness. Frequent physical touch also promotes better blood circulation, helps regulate blood pressure, and supports heart health. Gentle movements, caring touches, and long embraces help maintain muscle flexibility and improve mobility, both crucial for aging with strength, independence, and vitality. But the emotional benefits may be even greater. Mature intimacy is a powerful boost to self-esteem. Feeling desired, loved, and deeply connected builds a profound sense of belonging and self-worth, something that remains essential at every stage of life. In a world that often overlooks the beauty of aging, keeping the flame of intimacy alive is a powerful act of self-love. For long-term couples, rediscovering pleasure together can feel like renewing silent vows of partnership and trust. It's about breaking out of routine and creating fresh emotional connections, where a touch or a glance regains a deeper, often forgotten meaning. And for those who are single, intimacy can be explored through self-care, nurturing rituals that honor your own body, moments of solo pleasure that deepen your relationship with yourself, and open the door for new connections, if and when you choose. The truth is, mature intimacy isn't a luxury or an exception. It's a fundamental human need, fuel for keeping the spark of joy, curiosity, and emotional depth alive, even after a lifetime of experiences. And if you feel like there are still some invisible walls holding you back from fully embracing this stage of life, stay with me. In the next part, we'll talk about the major emotional obstacles that often come up, and more importantly, how to overcome them, so you can reclaim your freedom to feel and love without fear. Even knowing all the incredible benefits of intimacy later in life, many people still find themselves held back by hidden emotional barriers. These obstacles can stem from past experiences, limiting beliefs, or simply fear. Fear of not meeting your own expectations or those of your partner. One of the most common barriers is shame about your own body. As time passes, bodies change, and it's all too easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to unrealistic standards of youth. But the truth is, every mark, every line, and every curve tells the story of a life fully lived. Learning to accept and honor your body with kindness and respect is the first step to reconnecting with your essence and to experiencing pleasure without guilt. Another powerful barrier is the fear of rejection. Many people shy away from showing desire because they're afraid of being turned down or feeling inadequate. The solution? Honest communication. Having open conversations with your partner about your feelings, fears, and desires builds trust, creating a safe space where both of you can rediscover each other and grow even closer. It's also common for some to believe that aging means the complete end of their sexual lives, as if intimacy simply stops. But true intimacy is so much broader than the act itself. It can be nurtured through touches, hugs, lingering caresses, massages, shared looks. All of these moments keep the connection alive and nourish emotional well-being. For those who feel that physical challenges are getting in the way, such as discomfort, lack of lubrication, or erectile difficulties, seeking medical guidance is a powerful act of self-love. Today, there are many safe and natural options available to help adapt intimacy to your body's changing needs. The most important thing to remember is this: intimacy isn't about obligation or performance. It's about presence, affection, and genuine connection. And here's the good news: the more natural and gentle you allow the process to be, the lighter and more pleasurable it becomes. Now that you know how to start breaking down these barriers, in the next part, we'll talk about how to take even better care of your body and mind, so you can keep that vitality alive for many, many years to come. Keeping intimacy vibrant later in life is about so much more than just desire. It's a commitment to your own well-being, to your physical health, your emotional balance, and your overall quality of life. And to fully enjoy this stage with joy and confidence, it's essential to care for your body with attention, respect, and love. 1. Taking care of your body. The first act of self-love. As the years pass, it's completely natural for your body to go through changes. Hormonal shifts, for example, can affect libido, natural lubrication, or ease of erection. But these changes don't signal the end of intimacy. They simply mean your body is asking for a little more care. Regular visits to specialized healthcare providers, like gynecologists, urologists, and geriatricians, are key. They can guide you through hormone therapy options, natural treatments, or adapted practices that honor your body's rhythm and needs. Today, there are simple, effective solutions for common discomforts: natural lubricants, pelvic floor strengthening exercises, hormone replacement therapies, and even newer medications that can safely enhance performance, always under medical supervision. Seeking out these options is above all an act of kindness toward yourself and toward the partner who shares in your intimacy. 2. Movement is life. The importance of physical activity. Movement is one of the greatest secrets to maintaining vitality as we age. Regular physical activity, like walking, swimming, yoga, or dancing, doesn't just strengthen your body. It also boosts your energy levels, improves your mood, and supports healthy blood circulation, which is essential for sexual health and overall well-being. And the best part? You don't need heavy, high-impact workouts to feel the benefits. What really makes a difference is consistency. Just 30 minutes of movement a day is enough to transform your energy levels and reignite a sense of vitality and enthusiasm for life. Remember, an active body is a body that experiences more pleasure, connects more deeply, and expresses itself more freely. 3. Nutrition that nourishes body and soul. Nutrition also plays a crucial role. Choosing a diet rich in fruits, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, and nuts, helps balance hormones, boost heart health, and naturally enhance sexual energy. Certain foods are known to support intimate health, like pure cacao, watermelon, high in citrulline, which improves circulation, salmon, rich in omega-3s, and pumpkin seeds, loaded with zinc. Staying hydrated is just as important. It supports every function of the body, including physical comfort during intimacy. Eating mindfully is a powerful way to lay the foundation for a more satisfying and pleasurable intimate life. 4. Emotional health, the invisible foundation of intimacy. Caring for your emotional well-being is just as important as taking care of your body. The way you see yourself, the way you feel, and how you handle your emotions directly impacts your ability to experience intimacy with ease and openness. Practices like meditation, mindful breathing, therapy, creative hobbies, and moments of pure fun are wonderful ways to strengthen self-esteem and emotional presence. When you feel emotionally secure and at peace with yourself, intimacy becomes less about anxiety and more about natural expressions of love, affection, and celebrating life. In addition, creating open, judgment-free spaces for honest conversations with your partner about fears, desires, and boundaries strengthens not just your intimacy, but your entire emotional bond. 5. Breaking free from perfectionism. Intimacy is meant to be lived, not performed. It's important to remember that intimacy later in life is not about performance. It's about real connection, affection, and pleasure. There are no strict standards or rigid rules. What matters is your rhythm, your desires, your moments. Allow yourself to experience every moment with kindness. Honor what your body feels. Celebrate new discoveries. Meet challenges with a sense of humor, and move forward without pressure from anyone else. Maturity brings the incredible freedom of truly knowing yourself, and with that, the freedom to experience intimacy in the most genuine and fulfilling way for you. Taking care of your physical and emotional health is the most beautiful path to ensure that the years ahead are filled with vitality, pleasure, and authenticity. And now that you know all these secrets, it's time to wrap up today's journey with a special message straight to your heart. In our final part, we'll reflect on everything we've learned, and I'll invite you to embrace this new phase of life with courage, confidence, and deep self-love. We've come to the end of this journey, and I hope you felt something very important along the way. You are not alone. Intimacy in later life is not a myth or a luxury. It's a natural expression of your right to be happy, to feel alive, desired, and connected at every stage of life. Today, we acknowledged that yes, the body changes. The rhythm, the sensations, and the ways we experience desire may shift, but the essence, the longing for affection, for connection, for true presence, that never fades. It simply asks for new ways to be lived, more consciously, more gently, more deeply. We shattered the myths that have long limited how we view pleasure and intimacy after 55. We saw that keeping physical and emotional connections alive isn't just possible. It's essential for a healthy body, a vibrant mind, and a fulfilled heart. We talked about the real benefits: improved circulation, stronger immunity, renewed self-esteem, a deeper sense of belonging, and most of all, the pure joy of giving and receiving love. And we explored how emotional obstacles, shame, fear, insecurity, can be overcome with small daily acts of self-care, open communication, and heartfelt reconnection with ourselves. Now, my invitation to you is simple but powerful. Don't let time or old beliefs steal your chance to live this new chapter with courage and freedom. Life still holds surprises, new connections, deep emotions, and beautiful discoveries, and you deserve to experience all of it with your heart wide open. If this video touched you in any way, I invite you to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with someone who could use a reminder that life can still be full of light, love, and endless possibilities. Let's build a new vision of aging together, one that's freer, more conscious, and filled with genuine happiness. Remember, as long as there is life, there is always room for affection, for pleasure, and for writing new chapters of joy. And your next chapter can start today.